Alright, what is going on everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video what I got going on for you guys is we're going to be discussing something pretty simple. A few shoes that I feel like could go up around December, maybe around Christmas time. We'll see some more activity on these sneakers. And a couple of these I've been watching, and one shoe I'm throwing in this video I'm just throwing in to talk about. It's not really on topic of this video, I just kind of wanted to mention it to you guys since the release for it was today. Some of you may know what I'm referring to. The restock for it was today at least. So again, if you want more content like this, feel free to subscribe and like down below. Do any of that if you're interested. And of course, all that's on the screen. My Instagrams, I sometimes post here, usually post to my story. I do that fairly often. And again, if you want to go, follow the cook group, any of that, go give us a follow below. And if you want to join, feel free to join the waitlist right here and see everything we offer on our website. Again, daily deals like on undermarket pairs, stuff like that. Like I have a bunch of stuff I have to mail today. There's a pair, Puff SBs, all under market, some at retail price. I dropped Lost and Founds for $270. I mean, market's over $400 for those on adult sizes. So yeah, that's an example. So check that all out. Get in the wait list. We'll let you in shortly. So that's all that needs to be said. Let's get started. So again, I just wanted to mention these and kind of show you all the prices of them after the restock. So you guys can see, yes, the restock did do some damage. If you guys were there for the restock this morning, very, very low stock. You pretty much had to have an under a 3-minute queue time to really hit in the size. There were some like smaller sizes, that were available for a longer period of time, but for these in particular, demand is very high. I mean, you can see people are easily willing to pay over $400 on these ones. I think it probably will stay that way. I mean, once pairs come in from sneakers and the website, all that, the recent release, like once some pairs start to land in hand, yeah, we'll probably see this one drop below 400 in most sizes. I feel like that's reasonable to say. But again, we'll see. It seems like most people are pre-selling these at a pretty high amount. I mean, the last few days, I think 1,500 of these have sold on StockX at these prices, some even higher. So seeing that, people are willing to pay up, and market may stay there. We'll see though, because again, anything can change, and I mean, there's a lot of pairs on the way. So that's definitely, I mean, size 9's definitely going to drop, 8.5 definitely going to drop, size 8 100% going to drop. Like these three, I can guarantee you are going to drop in price. So another one, again, after that, this isn't really one that I'm talking about holding into December, but the Kentucky SP Dunk Low. I feel like this one right here has a lot of potential to go up in the future. Now, maybe not in December, but this is just one I've in general wanted to make a video on. And the reason for this is because, again, there was a recent restock for this one via exclusive access, dropped in a couple Shopify sites, stuff like that, but it wasn't really super high stock. And market tanked super far. You can see some sizes at 180, some 190. Mostly between a range of 180 to 200, which is pretty crazy for some Kentucky Dunk Lows, and Syracuse Dunk Lows as well are still slightly higher, but I find these prices to be a little bit shocking considering how hyped the sneaker was, and the fact that people used to be paying $580, $600, $700 for these. So considering that basic fact, and that the market has tanked $300, if you're willing to hold these for a little bit, just past this restock, past this point of where there's a lot of these being sold right now, I feel like there's a lot of potential where you could see, maybe not this type of rise, but definitely something big. Definitely, over the course of a few months where maybe it would rise like 40, 50 a month. I feel like that's totally possible. We just need the sneaker to age a little bit more, give it a few months. I see a lot of potential behind this one though, since we just had EA, all that on it. So, I mean, the stock has dropped. It just needs to get older, really. So aside from that one, again, I also want to discuss the Jordan 4 Midnight Navy in grade school sizes. I've been mentioning this in my last few videos, and there's a reason for this, because if you look at the sneaker again, when we discussed it originally on a video, it was at 210. Then I discussed it again, 220, and now you can see sizes are starting to creep up towards 230. And again, I said they probably will settle, for a little bit at 250, just kind of like the black canvas, GS pairs have. And again, these and the black canvases have about the same stock. And personally, I feel like these look better, and they go for less than the GS pairs of black canvas. Same with the adult pairs of Midnight Navies. I have a pair right here, so I don't know why I was reaching for the one down there, but I have been buying these up. Big sizes too. You can see this is a big size. Size 11.5, a money size. I bought this for $260. So I'm saying you can find these right now for a pretty good deal. You can find people that are just like, oh man, I guess these, didn't do as good as I thought right off the bat. Just give it time. It's going to. This is going to rise. It's a clean colorway Jordan 4. Remember the Oreo 4s? This one's pretty similar to those. It just has that navy tint, or not tint, but color on it. I mean, let's keep it real. I have a pair of black canvases right here. It's not a clean pair, so I guess not the best comparison. But are these as good as the Midnight Navies? Are these really as good? Are we thinking that? No. I don't think so. I think it's fair to say that, again, everyone has their own opinion, but personally, I don't see how those are better. I don't know how they're going for more. It's just because, again, they've been around longer. So I think heading into December, a lot of parents are going to be like, oh man, these aren't too, high above retail, and these are actually kind of clean. buy, and that's gonna, cause the market to, hike up a little bit. I feel like I could see it with, again, grade school and adult pairs of midnight navies, but this is, again, all up to you guys if you would want to buy pairs of these. Personally, again, the range I'd be buying midnight navies, grade school pairs shoot for 200, 190 to 210 would really be the golden range, I would say. And try not to pay 210. If you could do 190, 200, that's best, but 210's fine. If you get like a 6.5Y or 7Y, try and avoid like 3.5Y and 4Y. Those are usually brick sizes. 3.5Y and 4Y, not 4.5Y. 4.5Y is a fine size to go for, but just keep that in mind. Adult pairs really between 250, 270 is fine. If you got retail pairs, just don't sell them, please. Especially a bigger size. Anything above a 10.5 in these is good money, especially or above 4.5Y. But again, just a quick one I thought I'd mention. Again, pointed out in the last few videos, and I'm a big fan of these. I see a lot of potential on them. So aside from that, a final one I want to mention is anything really Yeezy related, because we have the Yeezy versions, right, of these sneakers, but Adidas is going to be coming out with their own version. And if you kind of understand what that is going to do to the market, people are going to, be buying up the new ones. I feel like I've seen a lot of people that are like, I'm not going to rock with the Adidas version. But if it looks exactly like it, of course people are going to go buy it and try and resell it. Like I can almost guarantee that will happen. But these older models, which are no longer being made, which again had that, Kanye touch to them, those are going to be going, for more, because they're, again, not being produced anymore, and they have a little bit more influence, I guess you could say, on them. It's the OG one. It's where, they came from. So for example, like on these wave runners, foam runners, Yeezy slides, stuff like that, when we see these Adidas versions come out, the Yeezy versions are going to be, starting to slowly become worth more, just based off the fact that they're the original versions, if that makes sense. Just like OG colorways going for more, that type of thing. It happens with sneakers a lot. I could see it happening with these. And one basic fact too is that things like foam runners, Yeezy slides, stuff like that during Christmas time are going to be really hot in the market. So expect sneaker stores locally to hike up prices on those, especially on slides right now. I mean, they're no longer being produced, so they're going to be like, oh man, these are super limited, So it's really your choice of whether you want to buy off apps, wait a little bit, or just find local, go to that sneaker store. It's up to you in terms of that. But I feel like these could definitely go up in December time, maybe a little bit, just because overall demand, but also because it's just, again, the original version not being made anymore. People are going to want them, to get them for their kid or something like that, and there's, there's not a restock coming for them. So pay up resell. That's really what it's going to be. And they haven't made any major progress recently. You can see the sales are hot. Like, people want these, but not any major progress recently, like slow, slight rises. But I feel like this will definitely, we're at that point where it's starting to get a little bit older, and I feel like stock is becoming a little bit, more dwindled out, where, not as many people have them. So if that's the case, just give these time, really. Just let the quick sellers go, bulk sellers fade out, and boom. Yeah, these are gonna definitely, head up. I also noticed StockX added their new StockX verified thing, so yeah. I know they removed the original 100% authenticity thing because of, the Nike lawsuit, all that, but that's it. That's really all I need to say. A few sneakers I feel like could go up fairly soon, maybe in December. I feel like these will be the one that, like, I could pinpoint 100% will go up in December. Just gonna say that. I could see these end of December off at 260, 270, personally. I mean, you see what these GS4s you go for sometimes, 300 plus on some sizes. I mean, just go look at the Oreo GS pairs. Crazy market right there. So yeah, that's all that needs to be said. So especially these two, I mean, these have tanked so far, like it's just almost due at some point for them to go up. Like it's back at where it started, even a little bit lower than where it started. There's no way it doesn't make a recovery of some sort. So that's it. That's all I need to say. Again, join my group down below if y'all want to. Start cooking more pairs for retail, get those undermarket deals, have botters run items for you, drop guides, drop pings so you can know about stuff in advance, and a lot of other things. It's just a great community. Like if you have questions about anything, you want to learn how to bot, those type of things, it's all right there, and you guys can join that waitlist in the description, and we'll let you in shortly. So that's all needs to be said. I need to go mail out. Probably see that tower of boxes right there. I need to go mail out a bunch of stuff, so I'm gonna go do that right now. And I'm Tristan. Thank you guys. Ending the screen recording, and hopefully I will catch you all in the next video soon. Peace.